Mac, integrity over everything. Service before self. Excellence everywhere. You get to choose what you're going to be an overbeliever in. All right, here we go. I got 2 words for you today, 2 words. Here they are, long haul. Today I want to talk to you as a friend. I want to talk to family about family business. Because what I want for you more than anything, the reason we do these videos each week, the reason we make the workbooks, the reason I wake up early and go to bed late is because I want you to find success, not just in the game of sports, but in the game of life. I want you to take what you're learning here today and let it set you up to be successful for the rest of your life, for the long haul. I'm not interested in short-term gain. I want you to be successful for the long haul. But what I'm hearing from students across the state of Texas, from your friends, what I'm hearing again and again, I gotta be honest, it's got me worried. Because you see, what student athletes are telling me from across the state is, Mac, I am doing so much. There is so much going on in my life. It feels like my life is out of control. The best way to describe my life is chaotic. That, Mac, I am so behind that even if I knew how to rest, that I could not do it. I don't even know if I know how to rest. Mac, the predominant emotion in my life is overwhelmed, stressed, and anxious. That, Mac, there is so much happening that I hadn't drink water since I don't remember when. I'm straight coffee and Red Bull, just trying to keep up with everything. Because if I don't, then I'll fall behind. And friends, if that's true for you, if any of those statements are true for you, what I've got to tell you is of utmost importance. If those things are true in your life and they're causing you to disrespect your body, to not refuel, to not listen to your body when it says, I need to rest, to not listen when it says, I need to recover. If you don't have margin and space, then you cannot be successful for the long haul. You might get further than other people, but you won't get where you want to be, where you can be, if you fail to refuel and respect your body. You see, what students tell me all the time is this, Mac, there's so much going on in my life that it feels out of control. And I can't hear the truth because my fears are so loud. The fear that if I don't do everything, then I won't get anything. You know what I'm talking about, where you feel like you have to sign up for every club, have something to do every night, where you have to go and do every single thing that is possible just so you can get a slight edge, just so your resume can be a little bit better. And you crush yourself trying to do everything. When the truth is this, friends, that not only if you try to do everything will you not be good at anything, but that when you try to do everything, you miss out on getting to do the things that you're actually good at, the things that actually fill you up. So listen, you don't have to be in 15 extracurriculars to make your resume look good. You can be in 2 extracurriculars and go all in on those 2 things and it give you the same results. But we hear the lie. We tell ourselves, I can't say no. But hear this, every yes is a no. When you say yes to 15 things, you're saying no to 15 others. And every no is a yes. When you say no to things that you know you don't have to do, you get to say yes to the things that you want to do. Understand, there's some stuff you can't control. But too many of you feel your lives are out of control because you aren't controlling the controllables. The things you can control, well, you're letting them get out of control by not saying no in service of a greater yes. You tell me, Mac, I can't afford to slow down. I can't afford to rest. I wake up and I'm already behind. I stayed up till 2 in the morning doing homework, studying for AP classes. I stayed up till 2 in the morning going to work just to help put food on the table for my family. And then I got to show up at workouts at 6 o'clock on 4 hours sleep. Never mind the fact that I had 4 hours, but I didn't get 4 hours. I said, Mac, I'm so behind, I can't afford to rest. You see, too often we miss the truth because our fears are so loud that rest and recovery is not doing nothing. But that rest and recovery is doing the thing that allows you to get to full strength so you can do the thing that you're meant to do. Think of it like this. Heaven forbid you get an injury. Tore both of my ACLs. And when I tore my ACL my senior year, did I not go to practice? Did I sit in the locker room, play Game Boy? No. I had work to do to rehab my knee to get back to strength so I could get back in the game. I went to rehab in the trainer. I was in the pool. I was on the bike. I was doing the stretching. I had surgery. I had PT. I did things when I was not full strength that helped me get back to full strength. And it was work. In the same way, you and I, we have got to pause from time to time to do the work of refueling ourselves. It's not weakness to rest. It's not laziness to refuel. Whether that rest comes in sleep, that rest comes in recreation, that rest comes in connecting with your family and your friends. When we do that, it fills us back up to full strength, just like rehab brings your muscles or your body back to full strength, that you may go do what you can do. Listen, let me make an example for you because I need you to see how important it is to rest and refuel and respect your body. You guys know that I drive the big rig, F350, dually, four-wheel drive, big body going down the highway, left lane, hammer down. But here's the thing about the big rig. It's got a big tank, 48 gallons. And when I'm not hauling something, I can drive 700 miles on one tank of gas. And what that means is I could drive from LA all the way to Charleston, South Carolina, from the West Coast to the East Coast, and only have to stop for fuel 4 times. That's pretty good. But you know what happens the moment that I hook up my trailer? 21,000 pounds, 44 feet, triple axle. You know what happens when I start pulling that big body behind the truck? Now all of a sudden, instead of making the trip from LA to Charleston with 4 trips to refuel, it takes me 15 trips to refuel. Now, is something wrong with my truck? Is it broken that I have to take the same trip on the same route and refuel 11 times more? I mean, do I need to, heaven forbid, do I need to get rid of my Ford and get a Chevy? Is something wrong with my truck? Is something wrong with me? No. The difference is that I am carrying and pulling a heavier load. And when you carry a heavy load, you've got to refuel more often. There's nothing broken about my truck. It's just doing more work, so it's got to be refueled more times. And there's nothing wrong with it unless I expect to make the same trip but with a heavier load and only have to stop 4 times. When that expectation is not met, then all of a sudden the negative talk, the self-doubt, all of a sudden all of the pressure comes in and I begin to think that something is wrong. And friends, I can't help but think that many of you feel the same way. That you are carrying heavy loads, lots of pressure, lots of expectation, lots of big dreams, heavy responsibilities, and you're thinking you only have to stop 4 times on the trip, and you're beating yourself up when you actually have to stop 15. And you know what happens if you don't stop to refuel? You may get a little bit further, a little bit faster than somebody else, but the day comes when you run out of fuel, and you're stuck on the highway, disqualified from your race. Friends, I want so much more for you than that. And so I got to challenge you today. If you want to find success in the long haul, which is what you are worthy of, it's what you deserve, then you've got to do the work of respecting and refueling your body in rest. I'm challenging you, got to get in the workbook. If Coach doesn't do it with you, tell Coach, I want the workbook. Because in the workbook this week, we're going to talk about how you can find ways to rest so that you can be successful in the long haul. Listen to me, friends. I don't know your goals or dreams, big or small, short-term or long, but I do know this, that if you want to find success in the game of sports, in the game of life, well, it's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. You got to prepare for the long haul. Let's have a good one today.